Well, howdy folks, and welcome to Rome 2 Divide et Impera Medewi. I've been really excited to do this campaign for some time now. The Medewi, I think, are an interesting faction with interesting units and a neat starting position, kind of similar to Sparta, both harder and easier in many ways. So before we actually get launched into the campaign map here, let's go ahead and check out the new campaign screen, so you can see those bonuses and stats we have to deal with. First off, we've got Agrarian Wisdom as part of an African tribe. We have the 10% wealth from agricultural buildings, and we have the 10% morale for all units during battles in the desert. That's going to be really handy, of course, because we'll spend the starting parts of the campaign in the desert. And the people we're going up against are not the same culture as us, so they won't have that bonus. But specifically as a Medewi, we're going to be a monarchy, so we're going to see that negative public order debuff from being a monarchy. I think it's a -4, so we'll want to push to remove that. Also, we have Venerable Elders for an increased tax rate. Well, it's just positive. It's just nice. And the increased melee defense in battle. I think these are two pretty powerful abilities. The only negative we have is the diplomatic penalty with Egypt and Hellenic cultures, but who cares? So that should cover that. Let me go ahead and open the game up in 1080p so you can actually see. Unfortunately, I have to have it in windowed mode to let you hear anything while I'm talking there, otherwise it would just be total silence. Here. Should be able to see that now, ideally. There we go. Okay. Button, stop being there. Thank you. I love that glitch. Alright, so, starting as the Medewi. Well, let's start with our diplomatic stuff. Start from the right. First off, we start surrounded by multiple factions that don't like us. These guys do not have the same culture, or they actually do. Wait. No, they do have the same culture. They have Egyptian culture, but they have cultural aversion, I guess because they're more, like, maybe Middle Eastern? I don't know. They don't like us, though. That's all that matters. And then we have this Arabic faction over here, Desert Nomadic, and they hate us, too. And they will eventually come across the sea and attack us. Isn't that lovely? Don't you just love that, guys? They're not an immediate threat. At least to me, I don't think they're an immediate threat. The problem is, both of these factions are going to declare war on us. That's going to happen no matter what I do. Does not matter what I attempt, it will happen. Okay? Okay. So, now that we know that, we cannot waste our money trying to appease either of them. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to invest like 4,000 gold in upgrading our capital. First thing, it gets us a couple hundred extra bucks per turn. Like 300 extra bucks per turn, extra percentage of wealth, and it gives us a bigger garrison in our city, so that's always handy. Secondly, we're going to have to pick a target here, and we're going to go for Axum, because Axum, if you see the little yellow icon there, Axum has gold. You can actually see the little gold mine here, which is really adorable. I really like this. I've never noticed one of these, honestly, but yeah, they have gold. Seems like a valuable trade resource. I want it. And also, the other reason is because this city here, you can see it's actually a port city, which means if I besiege them, they will not take attrition. They will not take casualties because they have access to the sea. So I can't really starve them into submission. And also, as a port city, they're much more accessible to this Arabian faction over here. You know, they can just take some transports and hit me right where it hurts. This one, at least, they have to land and take a couple turns to go inland. So Axum seems like a more valuable target. Also, it's at the very, very south of the map, so it's not like anyone else can really touch it. That's my reasoning there. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and immediately push out this way. And we're going to start recruiting as we go. Let's see here. So, another big advantage of the Medewi, they actually start in a harder position, like diplomatically, than say Sparta, because of the fact that they're surrounded by multiple people that hate them. You know, Sparta, at least if you go over here, Sparta, Knossos is going to declare war, but they're across the sea. It takes them a long time to build up. Athens likes you. You can be friendly with Athens. You can be friendly with the Aetolians too. If you don't, though, you can just push straight up north. You're not really surrounded in the same way. But the other thing that's harder about Sparta is, of course, your warriors come from second and first class citizens. Well, for the Medewi, at least at the beginning, some of these very decent Ethiopian swordsmen that are quote-unquote elite troops will actually come from our third-class commoners, just thanks to how our culture works. So we don't really have to worry about running out of these anytime soon. That's nice. It's very nice. So we're going to be using these guys as our mainline troops. We'll have about 8 of those, and about 6 of these, I think. Or no, you know what? Okay. Let's relax a little on that. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6. Let's actually go for a cheaper army setup by a bit. Let's get these Kushite painted warriors. 8 of those. And 1 more cav. And what else? What else? Here, I'll get another swordsman, I guess. That's fine. So this is the first army we'll have. That's how they're gonna function. Yeah, I think that'll be an okay setup. It's not super powerful, but I think it'll work. I'm doing this because this is not the only force that'll most likely be marching into Axum, methinks. Okay, so as far as tech goes, due to the fact that with 0 sanitation in your cities, which you can see here, it says it's green, it says outbreak risk is 0. That's a filthy lie. Your army can still catch it. So with that in mind, just rush the sanitation tech. It'll help. The last time I ran a test of this campaign, this army caught the plague like 1 turn before the tech finished. Lovely. As far as tax rate goes, you know, I could just up it for a couple turns, and I think I will. Yeah, I am going to up it for a couple turns. I'm going to let them be sad for a bit. That'll be fine. I can remove their tax rate later. Let's put our spy over by Axum just to see what's going on. And as I said, don't waste your money on trying to be diplomatic with someone. These guys, last time I tested the campaign just to see, you know, what my opening moves should be, I got a non-aggression pact, a trade agreement, and military access with them. They liked me over like 70, and they still declared war on me like 2 turns later. They don't care. They'll declare war regardless. Let's go ahead and get... I said I can't get him a wife. What? Why? Huh. What's going on? The gravitas is too low. Oh. 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 What? Can I do something to get more gravitas? Okay, well maybe he'll be able to soon. What I was gonna do is actually get him to marry someone and then raise her as a general as well. It's a good way to do that conveniently. I'm sure he'll gain some gravitas in a bit. He doesn't have much because he's literally 18. No, he's 25. He just has 18 gravitas. He's a really bad gravitas. He has more than the rest of his faction, I guess. I can gather support. It increases influence, but not gravitas itself. I don't know. We'll leave it, I guess, for a turn. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and end the turn. See what happens. Possible war declarations. Today I'm drinking coffee that is intermixed with some hot cocoa. Because I'm out of milk. so I needed something to flavor it. It's a hard life. First world problems. So Axum should raise an army mostly consisting of levy spearmen. They're not particularly tough, but due to the fact that they're just going to sit on their city. Hey, look. It's like I'm a prophet. Okay. Alright, I'll prepare my people for death. I'm totally not raising a better army. But yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of fucking levy spearmen. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, levy spearmen. And next turn they'll start getting more levy spearmen and probably some more like archers or something. That's what they had last time. Not a big deal. I could get some mercenary elephants. I'll think about it. They're really, really expensive. But they're kind of worth it though. Just for the morale debuffs. Like $700 per turn. Yeah, we can't afford that. Not anytime soon. Let's go back down to normal tax rate. Our people are now less pissed. That's good. Can you get a wife now? You can get a wife now. Okay, so you just can't do it turn 1. I'm going to quick save because if he gets an awful wife, I'm reloading the game. Sometimes you get these ones that, like, decrease your authority by, like, 3. Oh god, it's Zira again. It's the same chick. Okay, but she's better. She has line of sight. The trees spoke of you. What the fuck? Gifted husband. Wow, these are nice. Yay. Alright, Zira. She doesn't suck this time. Thank Christ. Alright, Zira. Boom. General number 2. Move forward. So, she is going to assist now. And in fact, to deal with the public order, I'm going to set you to patrol. And I'm going to make sure that, let's see, I'm going to get you some spearmen. And while he's finishing his recruiting for the next 3 or 4 turns, she's going to be patrolling this area. So we'll keep our happiness up and we can tax our citizens even more. Isn't that canny? Taxes. Alright, next turn. I think it's really cool to have like a husband-wife duo of generals. That's awesome. It's really fun. And of course, for the Medewi, from what I understand, the Kushites, they were for this time in history, pretty equal opportunity as far as that goes, especially compared to many of their counterparts. I think the Kushites are an interesting faction historically. At least in part because, like... Yes, shut up. Because in some ways I think they're kind of overlooked. I mean, a lot of people don't even know there was, like, a fairly powerful African empire for a while. A lot of people don't know that, you know, Egypt was conquered a few times. And once, at least, by them. I don't know. Like, I'm usually the one telling people that these people existed at all. It's just strange to me, but, you know, that's how people are. They don't know about this stuff unless you teach them. It is a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause. I'll actually get 8 instead of 6 of these, I think. 2 more cav, maybe? I don't know. I'll decide what I want for the last unit at the end. In fact, that would be perfect for a mercenary because it'll take us an extra turn to recruit them there. I'm eyeing that elephant. It's so expensive, but I mean, elephants. Anyway, continuing to patrol the region means we're still getting positive public order even with high taxes. Not with high taxes, but with normal taxes. I'm going to put them on high, I think, though. Do I care about $200? No, I don't care about $200. Never mind. So, if for some crazy reason the Blimii actually do manage to get down to the city over here, we can have Zira pull back and defend it with relative ease. It's not that big of a deal. In my test campaign that ran for like 15 turns, it was pretty easy to defend with that extra garrison you get from the level 2 city. Also, worthy of note is that even the level 2 city for the Medewi is very tiny. Like, on the battle map. It's like maybe 2-3 times the size of a fort. Pretty adorable. Guess it makes some sense being in the climate it's in. Mayhap. Let's see what Axum is getting next turn. Shouldn't be much. The time has finally come. Two of the Divine are listening. Whom should we seek to appease most this year? Let's appease Amun. For extra wealth and extra diplomacy, which won't be useful, but 8 loyalty from political parties, who cares? It's worthy of note that the Medewi or the Kushite have Egyptian culture here. I know that seems incongruous, but the Kushites were actually like the first Egyptologists, from what I understand. Egypt was an old enough kingdom, old enough country, kingdom, empire, that by the time the Kushites were like checking the place out, it had already been around for 1,000, 2,000 years, and they were fascinated by the history and culture. So that's some neat stuff. Neat historical tidbits. Why can't you see this army? You're right next to them. Yeah, see, Levy Spearmen. They have a melee defense that's pretty high, actually. I wonder if that's because of their general. But their general is only an Ethiopian swordsman unit. My own swordsmen are pretty much outclass them. Thirsty for battle. You tell him. You tell him. Yeah, we'll keep getting that income. We're gonna need the money. Es muy importante. These first few turns are definitely just gonna be turn burns, you know, getting through them, getting our army up. We can only recruit 3 units per turn as opposed to Rome's like 7. I miss playing as Rome that can just spawn an army in 3 turns. Historically, it makes some sense. I mean, when Hannibal pushed his way into Italy, they just kept popping up armies like daisies. He just kept winning, and they just kept throwing men at him. Where'd they come from? Rome just refusing to surrender. Definitely speaks to the character of their people, that they had so clearly been beaten by Hannibal multiple times, and they were just like, no. You run around Italy, we're not letting you take us. Okay. What we got? Anything interesting? Politician. Oh, that's one of our rival factions. Rival parties, that is. Hidden agent exposed, no one cares. This year in history, it's the same thing as in the other campaign. I've already read these a number of times. Well, if you want to read them and you haven't read them, here it is on the screen, and you can pause it. Antigonus crossing the Hellespont, recognized by the Macedonians as their king. Pyrrhus captures Eryx. Samnites and the Romans still fighting at this point in history. Romans capturing Croton. Croutons. Gauls gaining control of Asia Minor. Okay. 2 more turns on this army to recruit peoples. Could get these mercenaries, I guess. Yeah, but we get a nice amount of garrison. Hunters, tribesmen, and villagers from this eastern market, and then we should get some more. 2, 4, 9, 14. Yeah, so 17 units to defend this city. They'd have to send something pretty large at us. Let's keep that public order balanced out forever and ever. Burn the turn? Yeah, burn the turn. We have a nice little war chest. By the time we're done recruiting everyone, we are going to be burning through money. But, yeah, we have a nice little amount of money to fund this war. Once we capture Axum, it shouldn't be so bad. The other advantage that the Medewi has, I think, over Sparta, of course, is the increased tax rate. And also the fact that they actually start with a city. You know, like Athens, you know, Medewi, not a minor settlement. It's such a death knell. Oh, not only do you not get taxes and troops, but also you don't even get building slots. Fuck you. Or trade. Fuck you twice. All right. Scout is ranked up. Doesn't matter all that much, but have some cunning, have some zeal. 8% wealth from industry and commerce. Can I slap that on someone? No. Seems like it'd be more useful on one of my generals. Nope, not allowed. Okay. Okay. I want an elephant. Give me a pet elephant. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe. Thing is, it'll make us much more broke. Yeah, no, fine. I don't know. Still thinking about it. I just want nice things. +5 public order per turn now. Flip that back to high. Every time you people get slightly happy, I'm going to tax the fuck out of you. I'm a good person. The best, some might say. I think I'll let this video run to a full 30 minutes, unlike most of my starting videos where they are only like 15 minutes for the starting moves. Because this army should mobilize in 1 or 2 turns. But of course, if the sitting around and waiting through the turns isn't your thing, feel free to skip to the other videos that are surely up by the time I upload this video. That's a lie. They won't be. I tend to, my style of late has been to record videos and immediately upload them as soon as I'm done recording them. And for me, it keeps the content more fresh and interesting instead of doing these like 3-4 hour sessions. But it does cause me to upload content at somewhat of a slower rate, so not a perfect solution, but it's a thing. Let's go ahead and move up to their border. Do I have enough movement to start raiding this turn? I do. Ooh, take their cash. Take their cash money paper. It is mine. And let's actually toss taxes back down to compensate. And let's get a cav unit. And some spearmen. And you know what? Fuck it. Elephants. Goodbye, war chest. Hello, elephants. Yep, I think that'll do it. It's a simple army, but it's good. Oh, also our water sluicing is done. That gives us extra. Let me take a look at the actual stats here. Gives us extra sanitation, extra wealth from industry, and extra growth per turn. Not bad stuff all around. Should I go down organized supply, or should I maybe focus on... I think I should focus on philosophy and getting dignitaries first, and then we'll start going down the military path. I would like a dignitary very early to deal with this waning culture problem that we have. Because we have some cultural issues. There's desert nomadic culture. Well, they are losing it, technically. But I would like that, and I would also like to stabilize public order much faster than our current rate will allow. Because we'll have to go all the way down here to deal with that public order. This is notably higher than the Greeks get. It's +3 public order instead of 2, but, you know, still could do better. Okay. So I think next turn will be the one we march in there. I have no qualms about taking out 4 African villagers, some hunters and tribesmen, along with their levy spears. No problem at all. Even outnumbered, we are way superior. And with the elephants, if I use them correctly, they will crumble. It'll be like they're not even there. It will take us 2 turns to reach them, unfortunately. We will be losing some cash while we do that. I may do half moves and raid every turn to deal with the cash lost. The Blimii, you know, they are a threat, but I don't think they'll have a suitable invasion force in time to stop me from taking Axum. We're moving pretty decisively. Not as fast as the Romans, maybe, but fast enough for our purposes. They definitely can't recruit more than 2-3 units per turn. But if they move there, we'll retreat back. The worst that can happen is they'll take our city. Big whoop. early autumn. You know, I don't actually know what these unseasonal conditions really do as far as like early autumns and shit. To be entirely honest. Move up here. You know what? No, we'll just push in. We'll eat the loss to money. Wow, she has a lot of movement. Why do you have so much movement? Is she just faster? What's up with her? 10% campaign map movement range. Is that her?
Ready for battle.
Yep. Yeah. She herself just moves 5% faster than Mr. Arakamani here. Neat. I'll take it. I'm not mad at that. So with that in mind, I'll set her to rating. That'll deal with some of the hemorrhaging we have. Cash loss. We're losing -7 public order now. Okay. Not a big deal. We have 10 turns to take them out. Couple of archers, huh? Can you please, like, see what's going on? I'll actually merge my spy with Arakamani here. And that'll help with... It'll give him 6% extra movement speed. Which is something. You can give me some extra public order. Do that. That's awesome. Yeah. Just kind of looking. He has no, like, ancillaries yet. Oh well. Alright, one more turn. We'll be taking them in winter, which, you know what? For the African area here, it might be great. Might be ideal to fight people in the winter, I'm thinking. The Medewi units are immune to desert attrition, which is amazing, by the way, but I don't know if they're immune to extreme scorching summers. I don't think so. They used to not be back before version 1.2.3F, the beta. I know before that they weren't immune, but, you know, that was a few months ago. I guess we're going to find out. Back in the day, it was like every summer they would lose troops unless they were stationed in cities. It sucked. Okay, they managed to get another unit out. That's fine. You do that, buddy. It won't save you. Alright. Cavalry recruitment, experience ranks. Doesn't matter.
Ready for orders.
Had siege. You say I can't win, but you are wrong. I'm okay with getting this extra mercenary unit to help out. And let's see what we're looking at in terms of chances now. Yeah, definitely a little more reasonable. It's just a bunch of levy spearmen with terrible morale. Let's actually take a look at their morale. Base morale of 54. It's actually not terrible. Their base morale is higher than my Ethiopian swordsmen. I think it's due to their general. If you look at my Kushite painted warriors here, they actually have a lot of morale. That's interesting. I wonder what's up with that. Huh. These also have a better charge, but way less weapon damage. More armor penetration, though. That's interesting. Well, I'm seeing the white box there, so I'm thinking, you know, like the white next to the bar, which I think indicates like the boost due to the general. So I'm guessing it's due to their faction leader here. He probably boosts their shit a lot. There are so many force effects that I don't know. This is one of my problems. This is like one of my very few problems with Divide et Impera. There are so many effects that sometimes the effects almost feel a little irrelevant. But that's okay. Better to have more than less. Anyway, folks, see you guys on the campaign map. Campaign map? See you guys on the battle map. Until next time.